In a peaceful riverside village lived a humble gray donkey named Milo. Milo worked harder than any animal in the village. Every morning before sunrise, he carried vegetables to the market. Every afternoon, he hauled wood from the forest. Every night, exhausted and hungry, he slept beneath a tiny broken shelter. Yet despite all his hard work, nobody appreciated him. The horses mocked him, slow and ugly. The parrots laughed whenever he passed. Even the rich merchant who owned him never said thank you. But Milo never complained. He simply smiled quietly and continued helping everyone. One freezing winter evening, while returning from the market through heavy rain, Milo noticed an old injured turtle struggling beside the muddy road. Most animals ignored the turtle and walked away. But Milo stopped immediately. "Climb onto my back," he said gently. The turtle smiled weakly. "You'll be late home." "That's all right," Milo replied. Slowly and carefully, he carried the turtle through the storm to a hidden cave near the river. Inside the cave, the turtle suddenly stood tall. His wrinkled shell began glowing bright blue. Milo stepped back in shock. The old turtle transformed into a magical river spirit. "You showed kindness when nobody was watching," the spirit said warmly. "As a reward, I will grant you one gift." The cave floor cracked open. Inside lay mountains of shining gold coins. Milo's eyes widened. "With this treasure," said the spirit, "you can live like a king forever." Milo had never seen so much gold in his life. His heart raced. No more hard work. No more insults. No more suffering. The spirit gave him a warning. "But listen carefully. The gold grows heavier with greed." Milo barely heard the last part. He was already dreaming of riches. The next morning, Milo returned to the village carrying bags filled with gold. Instantly, everything changed. The merchant who once yelled at him suddenly smiled. "Oh dear Milo, my wonderful donkey." The horses bowed respectfully. The parrots praised him non-stop. Animals who ignored him now followed him everywhere. For the first time in his life, Milo felt important. And he loved it. Days passed. Then weeks. Milo bought a giant stable decorated with silken lanterns. He stopped helping other animals. Stopped smiling. Stopped sharing. Whenever poor animals asked for food, he snapped, "Earn it yourself." But something strange began happening. Every day, the bags of gold became heavier. At first it was manageable, then painful. Soon, even walking became difficult. Yet Milo refused to leave any gold behind. What if someone steals it? So he carried all of it everywhere. The more greedy he became, the heavier the gold grew. One scorching afternoon, Milo attempted crossing the old wooden bridge over the river. His body trembled beneath the enormous weight of gold strapped to his back. The bridge creaked loudly. Crack! Animals nearby shouted warnings. Milo dropped some gold. But Milo screamed back, "Never." He took another step. Crack! The bridge snapped. Milo plunged into the raging river below. The gold dragged him downward instantly. Panic exploded inside him. He kicked desperately. But the treasure he loved so much was pulling him to his death. For the first time, Milo realized the truth. The gold never carried happiness. It carried fear, greed, loneliness. And now, it carried him to the bottom of the river. As darkness surrounded him, tears filled his eyes. "I don't want the gold anymore." Suddenly, a bright blue light appeared underwater. The river spirit returned. "You finally understand," the spirit said softly. With one wave of his glowing shell, the gold chains disappeared. Instantly, Milo floated upward and gasped fresh air. When Milo returned to the village, he owned nothing again. No gold. No giant stable. No riches. And strangely, he felt lighter than ever. From that day forward, Milo worked hard once more. But now he shared whatever he had. He helped old animals, carried food for the weak, protected lost children during storms. And slowly, the village began loving him, not because he carried gold, but because he carried kindness. Years later, when animals spoke of the happiest creature in the village, they never mentioned kings or riches. They spoke about Milo the donkey, the one who learned that a heavy heart is worth far more than heavy treasure. Moral of the story: Greed may make you rich for a moment, but kindness and humility are what truly make life meaningful.